A glorious sunny day in Denver. In fact, it's in the 60s. Getting set now for the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. Tim Tebow, Tom Brady about to meet for the very first time. The Patriots with a victory today would clinch the AFC East, while the Broncos are on top of the standings in the AFC West and come into this game having won 6 in a row. Hello friends, Jim Nantz, Phil Simms. One of the most anticipated regular season games we've seen in a long time, partner.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Jim. It is a playoff atmosphere. I think everybody, the national stage, they want to watch Tim Tebow, and what a way to view him, and what a test to go against the Patriots and Tom Brady. Well,
we'll be seeing Tebow right away because the Patriots won the flip and decided to defer. They'll kick the football to Denver. 63. A week before Christmas in Denver, Colorado, and the sunshine is out. Gostowski has the ball on the tee, is ready to go and kick it to Quan Cosby. Patriots having won 5 in a row. Again, Denver, 6 straight victories. And we're underway with Cosby taking the touchback. So here comes Tim Tebow, 24-year-old sensation, the talk of the NFL, leading this team to 7 victories in his 8 starts. He's thrown 11 touchdowns, only 2 picks, has the lowest interception percentage of all the starters in the NFL who qualify. His line, Clady on the left side, he's never missed a start. The former first rounder out of Boise State. And McGahee, who was a backup at Baltimore in recent years, he's had quite a season here. 920 yards, could go over 1,000 today. The Broncos, the #1 rush attack in the league. They come in with 2 tight ends on the first snap of the game and put it in the hands of McGahee, who's got a quick 4. Now going against a defense that's ranked 32nd in the NFL. Has been the season story for this team, especially against the pass. They are so vulnerable. But Carter has 10 sacks on the season, son of a former Bronco, Reuben Carter. There's Mayo, and reports say he signed a 5-year extension this week. And Arrington, who has been banged up, he does come out here today and start. He's tied for the NFL lead in interceptions with 7. 2nd down and 6. Fake the toss. Tebow takes off, spins, maybe gets 2 out of it. Ran into Mayo. All right, Phil, tell us about it.
Well, there's a lot of things we're going to tell you about this today. Tim Tebow, when he's passing, stay in front of him because he moves up, and look what happens. Defenders pay attention to him. They lose sight of who they're supposed to be covering, and that leads to a lot of easy completions for Tim Tebow. So stay in front, make him stand in the pocket, and make the decision to throw it down the field.
On 3rd down, they bring in Lance Ball. Third-year running back. And Tebow has time, now takes off. Open alley. He can run for the first. He's got it. And he's out of bounds at the 33. First down, Broncos. A gain of 7.
Well, what did we just talk about? When you're 3rd down situations, you must stay in front of him. Both defensive linemen, Wilfork and Love, get in the same position. And what a big running lane to run through. And also, I'll tell you, down the field, there were guys open. If you're this New England defense, keep your eyes on the quarterback.
McGahee returns to the backfield on 1st down. He gets the handle, has a huge hole on the outside. And McGahee's on the New England side of the field at the 48. Eric Decker, the wide receiver, cleared out that whole right side. And McGahee takes off for over 20.
I think you said it right. Eric Decker helps. Ninkovich gets pinned inside that time by the tight end, Virgil Green. And when you talk about the wide receivers, look at that blocking up front. But the wide receivers for the Broncos, they are big, physical. They are excellent blockers down the field.
There's Matthew Slater,
3-4.
who made the tackle. They officially give him 19 on the run. And they work the middle. Some hard running by McGahee for another 3. John Fox, the former Carolina Panther coach, took Carolina to the Super Bowl where he met up with Bill Belichick down in Houston. Super Bowl 38 came down, of course, to a Vinatieri field goal. And then came over here to the Broncos this season, first year. And there, of course, Bill Belichick in his 12th year on the sideline for New England. These two coaches having met on the biggest stage, meeting in another big one today. Second down, and Tebow looking to throw for the first time, and he connects with Lance Ball near a first. Spot looks like it'll be enough for one.
Well, it's a good job by the Patriots defensive line. This time they stay in their lanes a little better and make Tim Tebow make the throw. But look at those receivers down the field. I saw a couple open receivers that time. Didn't come out of Tebow's hand clean, but it doesn't matter. It's on target. And you know, Jim, you talk about this Denver offense. We know they're going against the worst-rated defense by yards in the NFL. John Fox says, we're not changing what we're going to do. We're going to run it, play special teams, play some good defense, and see what happens.
On first down, this is Johnson taking on Jeremiah Johnson to the 15, where then he is met by a couple of Patriots. What a burst by Jeremiah Johnson. Blocking in front of him was Lance Ball.
I think you said it right. Jeremiah Johnson has the burst. Look in front, Lance Ball, nice block, good cut. And that's what happens to a lot of teams. They come in here, they've worked all week. How are we going to stop the option? And you get here, what happens? You get to the game, and the Broncos line in I formation, and they run it right down your throat.
25 yards on the run by Jeremiah Johnson. And another new set of downs at the 13. McGahee to another 5, running behind his fullback, Spencer Larson.
Well, the fact that the Broncos have been running the football so much of late, I'll tell you what it does, Jim. It does a lot of things for your football team. It toughens you up. It's made their offensive line more aggressive. And I'll tell you, when they double-team defensive linemen, no matter who it is, they can move them out of there.
What a start for Tebow and the Broncos. In his 8 starts, he's driven them for an opening drive touchdown only once. That was at Kansas City. Ready to do so again here against New England. 2nd and 5. Tebow still has it. Breaks the tackle. Still taking up, and he's in for the touchdown. They had him for a loss, and Tebow takes it home for the score. He broke away from Rob Ninkovich, who had him for about a 2 or 3 yard loss. You've been saying all week to me, Phil, it's like having a fullback at quarterback. He is so strong, and you saw it there.
Yep, he made a bad decision. When you try to tackle Tim Tebow high, you said it right. You are tackling an NFL running back when it comes to power. And John Fox said to us, what makes him different, he can run between the tackles, take the punishment, and still be a drop-back quarterback when you need him to be.
So now Prater in for the extra point. What a role he played. Incredible performance against the Bears last week, and a little mishap on the snap. And it's picked up by Arrington. It's good. The play is dead. There's Lonnie Paxton, as now the ball is lateraled, and off they go to no avail. That's Sergio Brown. Getting in an added wind sprint.
Now let's go back and look at it. It's a bad read by Tim Tebow. They have him outside. Ninkovich not able to bring him down. And then look at the offensive linemen. Stayed with their blocks so long, it allowed him to redirect, then get up inside. And what a move there. Quick-footed.
His 10th career rushing touchdown. And this was Ninkovich who had him, but as you said, Phil, up high.
Well, he was a little fooled at first, Jim. The fake was pretty good. Tebow, he was riding the running back for a long time.
Lonnie Paxton, the former Patriot long snapper, sending it back to Colquitt. Should have been handled.
And, of course, you cannot return them in the NFL. In college, you can return that and get 2 points. The NFL, the defense cannot score on the extra point.
But a quick 6 for the Broncos. This is a team as You know, Phil, last week didn't score on its first 12 possessions of the game against the Bears.
Yeah, it's it. Well, listen, Jim, it's that Bear defense. It was better than this New England defense. They had Julius Peppers, Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs, just up there taking away all the runs. New England trying to put the extra guy up in there doesn't make a difference. Denver overpowered them on that drive.
9 plays, 80 yards. Edelman and Woodhead are back in the end zone awaiting the kick from Prater. He's only had 3 kicks all season long returned at home as Prater in this thin air. Here comes Tom Brady. Surprisingly, there's only one team in the league he has a losing record against, and it's the Denver Broncos. He's 1-6, including postseason, all time against the Broncos. And Solder, the rookie first rounder out of Colorado, starts at the right side as Vollmer is out today. That back injury still lingering. And Gronkowski redefining the tight end position with this remarkable season, already over 1,000 yards and 15 touchdown catches. So it's Brady looking screen, and there was pressure, incomplete. The Denver defense under the direction of Dennis Allen. They'll need pressure like they had on that first play, and Doomerville can provide it, as can Von Miller, the decorated first rounder out of Texas A&M in the 2nd overall selection, proving to be so worthy of that high draft pick. And then the 13-year veteran, 10-time Pro Bowler champ Bailey still has the legs. 2nd down and 10. They go to the ground, and it's only a yard for Kevin Falk. Like to welcome those of you who saw the Miami Dolphins win at Buffalo. 30-23. Jim Nance and Phil Simms here in Denver. The Broncos took the opening kickoff, drove it 80 yards in 9 plays with Tebow scoring the touchdown. And now this is the first series for Brady and company. They face 3rd and 9. They started Ryan Wendell at center. We thought it might be Connolly. 3rd and 9. Across the middle, and it's caught for a first down. That's Hernandez shaking off a tackle. Going down the sideline and taking off inside the 50. Cuts back to the middle, and Hernandez, a former Tebow teammate at Florida, takes it 47 yards.
Well, they come with the blitz. Watch the 2 linebackers for the Denver Broncos. It leaves Hernandez one-on-one down the field with Carter. That's what you got to look for today. Chad Ochocinco gets a block on the outside that gives Hernandez a chance to get extra yards down the field. If you blitz, it's going to leave 2 of the best tight ends in football one-on-one in the middle of the field, and they can go anywhere.
Big 3rd down play, ties the longest reception of Hernandez's career. And on 1st down, Green Ellis sees traffic, fights to get back to the line of scrimmage. You can keep your fantasy football season going with Playoff Challenge and compete against the nation for a chance to win $5,000. Sign up now, cbssports.com/challenge. We saw that block earlier by Ochocinco. You may see a lot of him today because Deion Branch is inactive. Branch is out with a groin injury, and Ochocinco may play more than he has at any point this year. 2nd down and 10. From the gun, Brady goes down the field, man's wide open, and it's caught for a touchdown, and it's Ochocinco. Flag.
A little hands to the face. Defense number 92 is declaring the score is good.
The first touchdown of his Patriot career, Ochocinco.
I think we were warned a little bit yesterday. Look out for Chad Ochocinco, and it is just a straight route down the field. Andre Goodman playing short, thinking something different. He is fooled right away. You could, inside, they're double teaming Wes Welker and the tight ends. that is going to leave some single coverage outside for Chad Ochocinco.
Only his 14th catch of the season. We had just talked about how he'd see more time with Branch out. And it's his first touchdown, and the extra point puts New England up by 1. 80-yard drive on each side. 7-6 New England. Ochocinco becomes only the 5th Patriot to catch a touchdown pass all season. All with Brady's touchdown strikes have gone to either Gronkowski, Hernandez, Branch, or Welker. And that gives Tom now 34 on the season. In 30 straight games with a touchdown pass. Which with Breeze filling another one today to give him 41. It's getting less now. In the record book, here's the run back, and it's out to the 18 for Quan Cosby. So a couple of impressive drives to open this game. And we'll see second series coming up from the Mile High City.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, now playing in theaters everywhere. And by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go.
Back in Denver, the capital city of Colorado, and aerial coverage of today's game provided by MetLife. Climb up those front steps, exactly a mile high above sea level. From the 18-yard line, off to an exciting start here in Denver. McGahee cuts outside. He's into the secondary. Stiff arm Slater gets past him. And finally brought down by McCourty.
Well, here we are early in the game. They are getting outside. Virgil Green, 85 on the outside, gets the block. And look at the wash down by Eric Decker. He brings the corner all the way down by the tight end and allows McGahee to get outside. And more high tackling. What's that mean, Jim? More missed tackles.
Of course, that's Slater, who is a special teamer and a backup wide receiver. He's been seeing Phil in action the last 3 weeks. Broncos picking up big chunks on the ground, but not this time with Lance Ball losing a yard. We've got an update. James Brown has it in New York.
Coach, you like this kind of defense?
Oh, yeah, watch this. Antonio Holmes is going to catch his pass here for Mark Sanchez, but Kurt Coleman's going to come in with a big hit. Jaquay Parker's going to pick up the ball alertly. 47 yards in, and the Philadelphia Eagles on top early, 7-0.
Back to Mile High. Jim Nance, Phil Simms.
All right, thank you, JB. Coach Cowher, and New England can clinch with a win here or a Jets loss. A second down and 11 after a 1-yard tackle for a loss by that Patriot defensive line's ball, and a completion to Thomas. Demarius Thomas has it down to the 32-yard line. He was injured the first half of the year. First rounder a year ago, and boy, is he an impressive looking talent.
Look at it from the quarterback position. Everybody watching the quarterback. Who's got the football? And Demarius Thomas wide open. The Patriots see this type of pass almost every single week, and that is good timing and good throw by Tim Tebow. But if you're trying to stop the give and go, which is what they were worried about, it's going to open up a big throwing lane for the quarterback and receivers.
Now operating at the New England 32. And it's Lance Ball, untouched to the 20, outside 10. Ball is in for the touchdown. Huge set of blocks by Daniel Fells and Eddie Royal, and it's 32 yards and another Bronco touchdown.
This is just a simple goal. Look at Chris Cooper. He seals it. The right guard, again, the blocking down the field by the wide receivers. And there are no trick plays here. No options to worry about. All the Tebow plays. It's about just getting the football run right over you right now.
Look how far he went before anyone even got a hand on him.
And New England has had a couple different looks. They've had 4 big defensive linemen in there. That didn't work. They went to another defensive front, and they didn't work on that drive that time either.
All right, extra point try again. Lonnie Paxton, who was on 3 Super Bowl championship teams with New England. Snap it back to Britton Colquitt. And of course the touchdown needs to be verified. And while they do that, we'll take a little break in the action. The Lance Ball, his touchdown run is under review. It looks pretty clean. It looks like he got across here before the knee was down. Seeing more action with Noshawn Marino out for the season, backing up McGahee.
Well, it looks like by the time his knee hits, Jim, that the football has crossed the goal line. The left knee is the one you want to look at, and it's down, and he's over that goal line. It's, from our view, it's taken a long time.
But you know what really stood out on that play is how the New England defense, in an earlier run by McGahee, not anywhere close to stopping some of these running plays. That's 4 plays already in excess of 20 yards. 3 rushes, in fact, and 20-plus yards here in the opening quarter by 3 different running backs.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. The ball broke in the plane on the end zone when the knees were down. The score is good.
Well, John Fox has finally found heaven. If they could just throw it less than 5 times a game, it'd be perfect, this game of football. But running it the way they are, especially these first two drives, that's how he wants to build his football team.
That's his philosophy as a coach.
No question.
That has nothing to do with Tebow. That's the way it was in Carolina. Extra point is good. 3 possessions in this game, 3 touchdowns.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Jaguar. See the new model year lineup at JaguarUSA.com. And by K Jewelers, the #1 jewelry store in America. Every kiss begins with K.
Well, the Broncos have already put up as many points as they did last week in 4 quarters plus overtime against the Bears, when they beat Chicago 13-10. This was just a 4-play drive. McGahee was injured on the first play of that series, getting stretched out on the sideline. That's why Lance Ball was in there, and Ball took it home for the touchdown. Prater will not allow Edelman nor Woodhead, who takes the knee, to return back. Of course, it was quick work for Tom Brady the last time, the only time they've had it in this game. It was a long throw, 46 yards to Hernandez.
Well, that was versus the blitz. That'll maybe slow the Denver defense down just a little bit. Give your 2 outside rushers a chance, and then the one-on-one coverage. Andre Goodman, I thought, was caught guessing, and that's why Ocho Cinco was wide open down the field.
And that touchdown put them over 400 points on the season for a 5th consecutive year. It's only the 3rd time in the history of the league someone's had a 5-year span like that putting up points. It's inside they go with Woodhead for a gain of about 2. Woodyard, one of those in on the tackle.
I think one of the things the Broncos so worried about today playing this New England offense is, of course, they're worried about Wes Welker and the 2 tight ends. How do we cover them? But the biggest thing is to communicate, because if New England gets in a hurry-up offense, they move their players around. Hard to find who you're going to cover.
And again, remember, because Brian Dawkins is out, inactive today, 2 starting rookie safeties are going to be tested here right now, and Gronkowski unable to hold on to it as he is hit by one of those rookies, Raheem Moore, who knocked it loose. He comes in as the starter, in fact, for Dawkins.
Well, that just shows you the kind of trust Tom Brady has. They do not go for the play-action fake. Look at the safety in the middle of the field. Yeah, the football hits Moore right in the face. But Tom Brady can throw it high like that because he knows Gronkowski, tall, goes up, very sure-handed, and will fight for the football.
Not very often you'll see it go through his hands as you see Dawkins looking on, urging on from the sideline on a 3rd down. 3rd and 8. Pass incomplete, but a flag. And Welker was held. Is going to be the call here. Chris Harris was defending him.
Holding. Defense number 25. 5-yard penalty, automatic.
An undrafted rookie out of Kansas called for the penalty and a first down for New England.
Wes Welker off the line of scrimmage, all the extra moves he makes, and they are definitely holding each other. But Wes Welker makes so many little moves, like he's going to go across the field. He goes back outside. He fakes like he's going inside, and he'll run deep on you. So you always know, most likely, he's going to give you a double move.
You saw he was matched up heading to the line with Champ Bailey. First down. Again, the run is stopped cold. And coming up again to make the play is Harris, who was just flagged for the holding call. No gain. Thursday on CBS, what if you could stop a crime before it happens? These two heroes can do just that. Don't miss the new hit drama, Person of Interest, Thursday on America's #1 network. So Ochocinco splits wide to the left. In fact, they're going to go 5 wide on second down and 10. Down the sideline and thrown away.
Well, a little indecision, and of course, Chad Ochocinco, Tom Brady's going, okay, they played too deep. You're supposed to go deep down the field. I think that's what he was thinking. Top of your screen, Andre Goodman does run with him, but there is a safety over the top. Wes Welker wide open underneath.
3rd and 10. Down the right sideline, and ball is caught. Was the inbounds or out? Underwood grabbed it. It's ruled incomplete and out of bounds. Quentin Carter was there to defend and bump him, push him out.
Tom Brady had what he wanted. There's no way this should have ever gotten open against this defense. But the safeties, that time Carter, they're so worried about the tight ends in the middle, they're allowing these receivers to go down the sideline.
Eddie Royal is back to receive the punt from Mesco. And he's dangerous. He's going to let this one go. And it's Slater who downs it. After a 43-yard punt, Denver's offense coming back out. 2 touchdown drives in 2 possessions so far. How about this? We have over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Denver's offense is back out here. Already 133 rushing yards in this quarter, the most of any quarter allowed during the Belichick era at New England. And from the shotgun, Tebow goes down the field, hits Decker at the 50. It's his #1 target, Eric Decker for 22.
Well, when you run the football like Denver is running it, you never have to look past your #1 target. Tim Tebow, look at the gaping hole. There it is. Fletcher cannot get back quick enough to get in the way. It's not a perfect spiral, but does it matter? It's right on target.
And now a 5th play of this quarter that has been for more than 20 yards.
See, the play action fakes, they're so tuned in the run, nobody can get underneath the receivers.
The toss, look to Thomas, he's going to throw it. This man is wide open and he underthrows it. It was Lance Ball who was waiting for it.
Well, we did see this throw in practice on Friday, and Demaryius Thomas threw it 60 yards, perfect spiral in the air, and hit the receiver.
I mean, we talked to Tebow about Thomas's ability because we suspected this might be a play we would see.
I thought they might start the game with it.
And Tebow had said on Thursday he threw it in the ground.
Just like he did then.
Yep.
Yes.
Friday came back unhurled a 60-yarder. This one was in the ground too. Second down. And another big-time run by Lance Ball for a first down. Picks up 12.
I would have to say the strength of this defense is the inside defensive play. Vince Wilfork, you saw it. Chris Cooper and Walton blow him out of the screen. The double team, they are great double team blockers, this Denver offensive line. They get the 2 big defensive linemen moving, and it's another first down run.
First down at the Patriots, 37. Decent tackling that time by Mayo. Pulls him to a yard. So they're up to 146 yards rushing now in this first quarter. Jeremiah Johnson with a big run. The Tebow touchdown, spinning away, getting free for the score. And then the Lance ball burst for the end zone.
Four down.
Look at what they've already done. Mike McCoy, offensive coordinator, said, look, we had a lot of these plays in last year for Tim Tebow.
Tebow play action fake. Fires it short. In the area of Decker.
You know, though, Jim, you talk about this offense, and Mike McCoy says, look, it's fun to go in here and try to create new situations and new plays for Tim Tebow. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's been fun. And, of course, the football team's excited, the coaching staff, the players, because of the success they've had in this style of play.
Only the second time they faced third down. McGahee, by the way, leg injury, expected to return is the word we have. And timeout called by the Patriots before the snap. 57, make it 58 seconds to go in quarter number one. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms back here in Denver, coming out of a New England timeout. 3rd and 9 on the way for the Broncos.
Yeah, you know, you look at this, you think, well, what are the Broncos going to do? I just know this. They'll be careful no matter what, Jim. When we were talking to Tim Tebow, he says, look, I'm aggressive by nature. I want the offense, let's go. But he knows why it's working and how John Fox is also talking to him, being ultra-conservative in your decisions, know the situation of the game, and, of course, don't turn it over.
Gonna run with it. Tebow has a big-time lane, and he's got the first down with ease down to the 17.
You can hear the blocking up front. You can hear the contact, and it's 3rd and 10. It's not an automatic pass when you play the Denver Broncos. Zane Beadles comes around, just seals it. Look at 68. Boom. No chance to make the tackle, and then Tim Tebow. You find out once you play against him, I would guess that he's a lot faster than you thought.
19 gained on that play. Ball cuts back into a couple of Patriot defenders and gains 2 yards. And that will bring some attention over here to Andre Carter, who was injured. He's been having one of the defenders has been having a good season here on the New England side. We ran into his parents last night, who are up from Albuquerque, New Mexico. His father, Ruben, who played here from 75 through 86. His mother, Mary.
Well, Andre Carter's probably been the outstanding defensive player of the year for the New England Patriots. I think he has 10 sacks. He's been a consistent pass rusher on the outside, and he found the team, maybe the only team that wanted him this offseason, the New England Patriots, after he was released by the Washington Redskins. Going against Daniel Fells. Number 93 is Andre Carter.
We had 3 on him, showing him a lot of respect.
Well, we talked about him, Jim. Andre Carter, once he got released by the Redskins, Bill Belichick, the only coach that called him.
Tebow comes over, taps him on the helmet, and called for the cart. And we'll be right back. So Andre Carter is helped to his feet and will be taken in. Really the brightest spot on that New England defense all season long. And
well, I got a chance. I talked to him in the hotel last night, Jim, for quite a bit of time, and how excited he was to kind of get a second chance in his career, go to the playoffs with the Patriots. So it's tough to see him get hurt like this.
Going to restart the clock, and we won't have another play here in this first quarter.
New England's thankful for that.
Usually the Broncos are a slow starting team offensively, but they come up with 218 total yards, and they're driving again after one quarter. 13-7, you're watching the NFL on CBS. And just look at those numbers. Over 200 yards total offense, 5 big plays by 5 different Broncos. And they start the second quarter residing at the New England 15 and a 2nd and 8.
Well, New England has struggled substituting players in because they're trying to go with a big defensive line, and they switch back to get more linebackers in there. A lot of confusion on the sideline so far for the Patriots.
Brandon Dedrick has come in that defensive front, replacing Carter. Sean Ellis is also back on the field. They've been making regular substitutions on that defensive front, trying to find answers. 2nd down and 8, pitch inside, and swarmed right away. Thomas picks up 2.
Well, this play is something that Urban Meyer ran back when he was, at Utah, but Tim Tebow's going to have 2 options. Look at the linebacker on the outside. He can pitch it underneath like a shovel pass, or he could pitch it outside. If he pitched it outside, it was going to go for a touchdown.
How many coaches are willing to have their quarterback take a hit like that on the option?
Well, as I told you all week, you've already said how many coaches have a quarterback that can take the punishment that Tim Tebow can take. And I don't know, maybe there's one of them in the NFL. And you got to be willing to practice this and make it part of your offense.
On 3rd and 6, Tebow keeps. Tebow cuts inside and drives within a yard of the first. There is a flag.
It is the movement by that offensive line.
Mike Harry.
Holding. Offense number 73, 10-yard penalty, still third.
I know this is easy for me to say, but I would have not taken the penalty. John Fox has not taken any chances in his game management in these last 8 games. He's very conservative. They were short on that run, right?
Right, there could have been 4th and 1 if they declined.
He would have kicked the field goal for sure. Oh, there they go. They changed his mind. Okay.
Yeah, they were stepping it off, and then they heard your analysis, and they changed course.
Well, John Fox, what we laughed about it, he sleeps good at night because he knows he's not going to have tough decisions. He does everything right by the book here because of the way the team is playing and the way he manages the game. Take no chances. Prolong the game, will win in the long run.
So Prater hit that 59-yarder last week to tie it, then won it with a 51-yarder in overtime. This is just a 26-yard kick. And it is good. Scored on every possession so far. Colquitt doing a good job of getting that one down. 16-7 Broncos. Let's go Tebow, they say. And that Denver offense, which is in most of these games seemingly stagnant for 3 quarters, comes to life in the 4th. It's been raring to go from the get-go here today. Tonight on Survivor, it's down to 3 tribal councils and 2 suspense-filled hours. Don't miss the season finale and live reunion show tonight only CBS. Does it surprise you to see the fact that they've been able to drive it 3 times for 3 scores?
Yes, I'm surprised. I didn't know they could just line up and just run it right down and straight at New England the way they have. Now, they have done it this year. That Bronco offense lined up in the I formation and won the game just running it right up the middle against the Minnesota Vikings. But I kind of took for granted that New England could stop the inside runs. They haven't stopped any runs, Tebow or any of the running backs.
And Brady over to Hernandez for a gain of 7. The second quarter has been the hardest quarter for the Broncos to survive all season long. The worst in the league, in fact, when it comes to second quarter point differential. Minus 87 points in this quarter. Otherwise, of course, you know what they can do in the fourth. Hernandez's second catch.
If I was the Broncos defense, I would play pass, and if I just happen to run into the runner on the way to Tom Brady, then tackle him. Make New England prove to you that they can even run the football.
On a 2nd and 3. That's good for a first down. Welker has the grab. His 101st catch of the season.
Now, when you watch this New England offense during the year, we know they're prolific, but they're slow starting sometimes when it comes to protecting Tom Brady. So we see these quick passes to let the offensive linemen get in rhythm, so when they want to start throwing it down the field, Tom Brady will have the time.
Trying to get that rhythm going with the no huddle, and that's incomplete.
What I kind of find interesting too, Jim, as we talk to Dennis Allen, defensive coordinator, all right, who are you going to match up? What are you going to do with Champ Bailey? He goes, we're doing nothing. Everybody's going to stay on the side. They play on, because if you match up, you make mistakes.
It's Woodhead. Woodhead finding an opening out to the 41. It'll set up 3rd and about 2. Give him 8.
There it was. Tom Brady under center. It's a giveaway. The running back is behind you. It is going to be a run. Even the Broncos told us that. But that time you get in the game, the emotions get going. Sometimes you don't think clearly.
Not under center this time. Can the Patriot offense stay on the field? In the ground, and Hernandez takes off for a first before he is tossed to the turf.
Well, it's a good job. Caught him by surprise. There comes Hernandez down inside. He blocks Elvis Dumerville. Matt Light, good job. And how about Wes Welker down the field blocking? The man will try. He will do it all, Wes Welker. Excellent blocker from the wide receiver position.
16 gain. On the rush by Hernandez, brought down by DJ Williams.
But Tom Brady hitting the center.
Brady over to Hernandez again. And that's about a 2-yard pickup, maybe 1. Brought down by Chris Harris.
You know, it's interesting, Jim. Watch Tom Brady as he gets under the center. A lot of times he hits the center because he wants the defense not to get a clue on what he's doing. In other words, if you're trying to read the hands of the quarterback as a defensive lineman, well, he's trying to get you to jump off sides.
2nd down, we'll call it 9. Woodhead, wide open. First down at the 30. Danny Woodhead from neighboring Nebraska, raised in North Platte, approximately 250 miles east of here, picks up 12.
If you're going to drop back and you're going to watch Tom Brady and you're going to play zone defenses, then just keep backpedaling, because he's going to march right down the field on you. The Broncos know it. They're going to get up there and play some tight man-to-man coverage like this play here.
And it's Woodhead again. He is smashed at the 26 by Williams. But it picks up 5.
DJ Williams, 55, nice read. He was trying to protect against the pass, and he recognizes the run quickly and gets up in there and makes a good physical tackle.
2nd down and 5, staying on the ground. Woodhead thought about cutting outside. Goes back to the inside, has a first down. And a gain of 6.
Single back, Tom Brady under the center, and a hurry-up offense. Once again, it's a run.
Kevin Falk comes in, and he's wide to the right. No one's on him. On first down, Brady fires it. Caught. And they've got him down at the 1. Was he touched? It's Welker. I thought he grabbed it and slid in for a touchdown. The ruling on the field, he was down at the 1, and now they're going to change it. Well, maybe he was touched.
It's close, but it was a good check by Tom Brady. Saw the defense up, and they love to do it inside the 20. If you crowd the line of scrimmage, they are going to throw inside vertical routes. In other words, straight up the field. Has he been touched?
I tell you what, his left heel might have been touched as he was falling inside of the 1. So they first called him down, then another official came over and called a touchdown.
Was a runner slid into the end zone untouched. It'll be reviewed by instant replay. Timeout.
So now the official ruling on the field is touchdown. It will be reviewed. It went back and forth. We'll see.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Hanes. Look great, feel great in a Hanes undershirt with the lay flat collar. Radio Shack. Radio Shack has what you need to make the holidays so right. And by National Car Rental. Go National. Go like a pro.
A little dusting of snow up in the Rockies. They continue to review the Welker catch. Was it a touchdown? It looks like he's touched right here. Just outside the goal line. Mike Carey, they've had to piece this together with a series of reviews.
After review, the runner was touched with the ball dead at the 1-foot line. The ball was spotted there at the left hash mark. The clock will start on the ready.
I don't know how he caught it. It was a laser by Brady.
Well, he's used to catching these lasers. Wes Welker catches so many short, hard throws down the field where he has time to dive and get his hands underneath it.
6 linemen in for the Patriots. Green Ellis, the running back. Got Donald Thomas lined up as a fullback. Green Ellis met near the goal line, and he is not in. That was Quentin Carter who came up, put the first hit on him, the rookie out of Oklahoma.
Well, it was a good shift by the defense of the New England Patriots, and that is DJ Williams on the inside. That keeps Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis from cutting back.
Brian Waters, the right guard of the Patriots, was injured on the play. He's still down. Brian Waters, the longtime Pro Bowler with the Chiefs, getting some attention on the field. Just a foot away from the end zone. 2nd and goal. Waters limped off. Replaced by Connolly. Play action. Brady throws. He's got his man. Touchdown, New England. It's Aaron Hernandez. One-yard touchdown toss. Touchdown pass number 35 of the season.
All it does is take courage to throw these passes. It's a crossing route. Every team in the league runs that, tighten up the field. Somebody comes underneath. Good route, good throw by Tom Brady.
Completes a 12-play drive. And the extra point makes it 16-14 Denver. Hernandez with his 6th touchdown of the season.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Allstate. Shop less, get more. Make one call to an Allstate agent. And by Best Buy. Find the perfect gift online or in-store this holiday season at Best Buy.
Well, the Patriots kept the football for a long time. It's only the 2nd time in history a quarterback's had consecutive seasons of at least 35 touchdown passes. Favre did it 3 consecutive years back in the 90s. But that Patriot defense getting a much needed rest. About 20 minutes worth real time. And Cosby with a flag down in the end zone. 23. Molden, one of those to meet him there. And Slater in on that tackle also. Maybe too many men on the field.
Yeah, I think it's Denver, Jim. Mike Carey threw it. He was behind Denver's return team.
Correction, there's no foul on the play. First down.
There we go. That's what he was asking everybody. Was there 12 guys on the return team? Well, let's see if the Patriots defense has come up with anything new since they had that long rest on the sideline, Jim.
Well, I see that McGahee remains on the sideline. We were told he might return.
I would think the Patriots might start trying to crowd the line of scrimmage more and put a little more pressure on their corners just to cover man-to-man. Get that extra defender to help stop the running game of the Broncos.
And that's ball. Ball is out, and it's recovered by New England. It's Ninkovich who falls on it.
That time the New England defense gets off on the football pretty well, and it's Dane Fletcher reading the run, gets inside, and it looked like Ron Brace knocked it out, not sure. 97 gets his hand in there, and Ninkovich, good job of falling on it. But they did, they had everybody up near the line of scrimmage that time, so it was going to be more difficult to find a running lane. And on the cutback, good read by Dane Fletcher causes the fumble.
And again, this has been a story of the Broncos season. Second quarter woes. Brady and the Patriots come right back out at the 19. Ridley is the running back. And Waters is back in the game as Ridley weaves his way down inside the 10 and near a first. Give him 9.
Well, definitely a running formation by the Patriots. The 3 tight end look to the right. Logan Mankins gets a good block, and so does the center, Ryan Wendell. So it allows Ridley. He comes into the line a little faster, a little quicker, and if the opportunity's there, he can take advantage of it.
Second down and 1. 8 minutes to go, first half.
Same formation, just switching it to the other side.
Brady on the keep. And that play works almost every time. Ball's forward for a gain of 2, first and goal.
As much as the New England Patriots run that quarterback sneak on second and, a foot or third and a foot, they do it why? Well, they don't want to turn around and hand it off where you can lose a yard or two. And two, Jim, do you expect Tom Brady to ever run the football? Well, no. It just doesn't cross your mind until it happens. You go, wow, we worked on it all week, and I missed it.
But I tell you, his career percentage of makes on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 on the sneak.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Yeah, it's pretty close to 100%. First and goal. Quick toss to Hernandez, sidesteps a hit, and then is tackled by the ankles at the 5. Gains 3. That was Moore who tripped him up.
Well, that was a good job by Moore. Raheem Moore, the safety, comes up, open field, tackles Hernandez. Good blocking, too. You knew something was up. The Patriots had 4 receivers to the right, which they very seldom do, only when they throw some of their screen plays to wide receivers.
Julian Edelman is in a slot to the left. Woodhead, the running back. On second and goal, they're going to run it. Woodhead passes into the line and is down at the 3. So 3rd and goal from 3 yards out. It's been a very quiet quarter and a half for Gronkowski.
Well, the focus on Gronkowski at practice Friday by the Denver defense, to say the least, was intense, and he's going to be double-teamed one more time on this play.
Brady looks, throws. Incomplete, it's ruled. Hernandez makes an appeal.
telling Bill Belichick I caught it. So they're going to have time to make this decision.
Hands are down underneath.
Nope.
Hopped in there.
Yeah, I thought it hits the ground. Let's see. Ooh, boy, that's a lot better look at it. I'm not sure, Jim. I think I would challenge it. It's a scoring play. It's 4 points. It's worth the risk.
With a high-speed camera shot, really looked like they had a chance to win it, but they do not throw the red flag. They don't challenge it. They take the field goal and lead by 1. The difference being that missed point after on the Broncos' first touchdown of the game.
Let's watch it do it. Are his hands underneath? Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, it's an argument that part of that football hit the ground before he got his hands underneath there. Very close. Well, we sit here, and I feel like it's been all Denver up to this point. And here we are, the New England Patriots leading the football game.
I don't know if you expected this game to be a high-scoring affair, but that's what we have. 17-16, and still just inside of 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. And that's 10 points by the Patriots in less than 3 minutes.
You know, I got this feeling by just talking to a lot of fans and everybody you talk to, even people in the media business, they thought, well, Bill Belichick's going to come in here and stop completely this Denver team. And I told people all week, let's remember, they've given up more yards than anybody in the NFL so far this year.
Really nails this one. Almost flies it into the stands.
Well, Jim, so many people have talked about Tim Tebow. Can he ever throw the football well enough to make it in the NFL? Watch here. It's really classic. He does a good job of getting his right shoulder behind the football. Look at the follow-through. His left hip goes up in the air, tells you he's using his body well. Tom Brady does the exact same thing. Gets way on top of the football. That makes you very accurate. And when you watch Tim Tebow in practice, and even in warm-ups, you can tell it's not an improvement. It's a big improvement over what I saw earlier in the year.
Now he's throwing here, and he's got his man. That is Thomas for 15 yards out to the 35.
Well, what they got, you got a zone coverage, so the linebackers cannot get underneath. And look at the technique on the top of your screen. It's outside technique by the corners, so these inside routes, they're going to be there. So the Denver Broncos open it up a little and say, if you're going to play that style of defense, we're going to fake it and throw it over the middle.
He's 5 out of 6. He hands it off, and that's Ball spinning away. And Ball has a first down and a gain of 12. You wonder what Tebow would look like if he was a right-handed thrower? Take a look at this.
Well, here we go. Let's look at it again. Look at his left shoulder as a right-hander is behind. And look at his arm. His throwing shoulder gets higher than the opposite shoulder. Look at the follow-through. And always, when that foot comes off the ground like that, that tells me you're rotating through the football, and it's going to make you an accurate, good thrower. That's always a key to look at. The throwing foot.
Ball is on the ground. Tebow is trying to pitch it, and the ball came out. Anderson was the one who hit the quarterback. And the Patriots have another recovery. It is Anderson with the football.
Well, Mark Anderson, he just knocks it right out of Tim Tebow's hands. You know, an option quarterback usually has both hands on the football right in front of him. That time, Tim Tebow had it kind of off center, and I think that's one of the reasons why when he was hit, it came flying out. But here's another option to the right. Patriots definitely had it defensed well that time. That's 3 different type of options we've seen so far today from that Denver offense.
Second takeaway here in the last few minutes. And the Patriots from the 40 of Denver. And that's Ridley for no gain. Tonight on 60 Minutes, the new threat from the Great Recession, plus Meryl Streep on 60 Minutes tonight, only CBS. So 2 fumbles, 2 giveaways in the last 4 snaps. As we move inside of 4 minutes. And that's going to draw a flag.
That was such a sudden move by Von Miller. I would think that has to be against the defense.
And then Waters came up and out of position for the Patriots.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense jumped into the neutral zone, causing an immediate reaction by the right guard.
It's been a quiet game so far for Von Miller and Elvis Dumervil.
I would think John Fox is arguing that, hey, the reaction was too late after he jumped off sides. I don't know. It was close enough. On those calls, the benefit of the doubt always, I think it's been going to the offense.
It's at 2nd and 5. Welker. Welker on a little bubble screen is near a first.
Well, the Denver offense has their option game. The Patriots, they have their screen game. And they do it inside, they throw it outside to the receivers, running backs, tight ends. Everybody can catch a screen pass for the Patriots. Surprised they didn't line up real quick, Jim, and run the quarterback sneak.
3rd and a foot. Green Ellis didn't need much. Ooh, the spot. It's back. And they've already signaled 4th down. And Brady's arguing about that spot.
Well, if you want to, of course, you can ask for a measurement here, so you got a little time to think about what you want to do. Of course, you're going to go for it, I think. It's a good job by Green Ellis even getting the football forward where he did. That's a good spot by the referees that time. And, of course, I agree with the Patriots going for it here on 4th down. Goal line defense.
Timeout. New England has 1 remaining.
Yeah, I like that timeout.
Coming up, the Sprint halftime report. Back to JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, Coach Coward, all the scores and highlights. Coming up on the Sprint halftime report, we had a team with its first loss, Green Bay, team with its first win today, Indianapolis, and of course all the updates on the late afternoon games, including Philadelphia, all over the Jets. These fumbles, the first one by Ball, and then Anderson making quite a play to even get the recovery too.
Yeah, he did. Anderson, Marcus, I like him. He flashes every now and then for the Patriots because he's an outside rusher, has the speed that can make some dynamic plays. Him and Andre Carter, to me, by far, the 2 best outside rushers on the New England defense.
And the word again, Carter will not return in this game with that knee injury suffered in the first quarter. 4th and a foot, a stumble, and Brady throws. He's got his first down with Hernandez. Hernandez to the 10. Hernandez is down at the 6.
Wow. That's why Tom Brady called a timeout. They were outnumbered in front. It was a goal line defense.
Picks up 25, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Hernandez having a big day here. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Aaron Hernandez, 6 catches, 83 yards, 1 carry for 16. He's set up the Patriots 1st and goal to go. Coming out of the 2-minute warning. Pats up by 1. It's Ridley. And ridden down at the 1. That's Carter and Moore, the 2 rookie safeties.
Yeah, Ridley, nice job. You can tell the speed, the hop he has just to get outside. Logan Mankins pulls in front of him. Good job and a very good 1st down run for the Patriots. And you know that graphic you showed before, Jim? Hernandez, what a day he is having. Well, when all the focus is on one tight end, the other tight end for the New England Patriots usually picks it up. Today, that's Hernandez.
Second and goal, 1 yard away. Brady keeps. Here with a touchdown.
Hey,
a little aggression in that spike.
Yeah, that's okay, and he catches you. They quick snap it. They're so good at this. It's every time I do one of their games, I go, this week it will not work. Good job by Tom Brady just staying with the run. I think he learned that spike from Gronkowski.
Yeah, it was a Gronk spike.
Sure, they're waiting to verify that it was a touchdown.
If it holds up, it's his first rushing touchdown since November a year ago. Yep.
Well, let's see if we got a shot of it. Oh, that's a good one there. Did the tip of that football touch the goal line? And that shot, it does.
Yeah, and waited till he fell to the ground.
All it has to do, one part of that football touches that white line, it is a touchdown. Do you see his knees go down quick? Doesn't look like they do. They are not down as far as you can see there, Jim. Good job by the offensive lineman. How about Wendell just stand with it, keep fighting? There he is. You can see Tom Brady in the middle of all that. His knees are definitely not down. He couldn't get him down. There's too many people underneath him.
Which last week down in Washington, there was a goal line interception thrown by Brady, a very rare occurrence.
Right.
Got into a little verbal spat on the sideline with Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, there's Bill O'Brien. And then Tom Brady said, well, it's no big deal. We like to vent at each other. And they got a nice nickname for Bill O'Brien, Jim. Tom Brady, they call him Teapot because it's what? It's ready to blow at any time. He gets upset. He lets his emotions come out, and the players, I think the players really admire it. They like him for that. Very honest.
Brady at the end of that game put a pretty immediate end to there being any kind of controversy, saying he was out of line.
But Jim, we've been up to practice how many times over the years? 50 times at least. Mm-hmm. We've seen so much of it. We know they're not. This group of coaches and players, they don't hide their emotions. They let them out.
Brady emphasizing, though, in our production meeting last night, very close to the relationship with O'Brien.
After review, the ruling of the field stands as a score.
Let's go. Let's watch this spike. You're right. So wonder he didn't separate his right arm. That was pretty good.
Eight-point lead with the extra point and 17 unanswered points. Denver has been on the field for 4 offensive plays in the quarter. And that last rush touchdown was against Pittsburgh, November 14th, 2010. 20 games ago.
You talk about how he spiked the football. We know Tom Brady's an emotional football player. When he ran out in the field today to warm up, he ran all the way down to the other end zone, and he got in the end zone and looked at all the Denver crowd and started flexing for him and like, yeah, so they were all booing. It was pretty funny. So, like we said, pretty emotional player, but under control when he's the quarterback out there on the field. Man, all the adversity that we saw so early in this game with the New England football team. Now leading by 8.
Get down 16-7. And then 17 unanswered. Broncos will have a minute and change and 3 timeouts. hits him at the 13-yard line. This holiday season, CBS says thank you for making the network America's most watched network. Happy holidays to all of you.
You saw that tackle by Julian Edelman. He was the scout team quarterback. In other words, he imitated Tim Tebow this week, and Tom Brady said, watch him practice. I was going, my gosh, we can't stop him.
Well, he played that position at Kent State.
In college, that's right.
Ryan Mallett was the Brady thrower on the scout team. Edelman ran the option as that pass is incomplete in the area of Eddie Royal.
You know, Jim, that was not a good throw by Tim Tebow, but listen, I am convinced, we watch it, you watch it with me a lot of times. He misses some throws because he is not going to throw an interception. So he errs very cautiously on the side of they're not going to get it, and it causes him to throw, I would say 3 or 4 easy completions. They'll be incomplete because of that reason.
He's only thrown 2 picks and 205 throws. And that was also wide of the mark. You know, one thing about Tebow is with the lockout this year, and this is what the Denver staff will talk about, he's going to get an off season now, and they expect by next season you're going to see, again, great improvement in the throwing motion.
Well, look, it's not a work of art still, but you can tell the difference if you're a casual fan. What we saw early when he started playing, Bill Belichick said it, no comparison to what he's doing now than what he did 4 or 5 games ago. So it made them prepare in a different way.
A little trouble here with 2 incompletions. They could give New England a chance. On 3rd and 10 and at the 20, the Patriots have a timeout.
Yes, and you know, I was going to say, I would have, if I was Denver, a little against what they do, run the football, make sure that the clock is not going to be a factor. They weren't really trying to drive down and score.
So now they'll bring out Colquitt with 53 seconds to go, and Brady and company get one more time to see the football before halftime. And at halftime, we'll be sending it back to New York. For the Sprint Halftime Report, JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, Coach Cower, all the latest scores and highlights. And that is coming up again on the Sprint Halftime Report.
You know what I'm saying, Jim? There was a 1:08. The Patriots offense is hot. Just, it is what it is. Go in at halftime. Now, maybe you're giving the Patriots one more chance to put some points on the board.
Edelman, he's a danger too. Had a punt return for a touchdown against Kansas City. Waiting for Britton Colquitt's boot. Colquitt's had a 50-yarder in 17 straight games. Lonnie Paxton sends it back. He's got another 50-yarder. Edelman able to sidestep the first hit. And tackled at the 34. That punt soared for 60 yards. 14-yard run back. So 40 seconds, and again, with the rarefied air here, you could give Gostowski a chance for a long field goal. His longest in his career actually happened right here at this stadium back in 09 when they were here 2 years ago. He made a 53-yarder.
Jim, according to time, I think anywhere from, if they gain 20 yards, if they get to the 45, a 62 or 3-yard field goal, it's absolutely a make. They did it in pregame warm-ups, he did. Saw him kick it from 64, make it easily.
All kinds of time. And there's Gronkowski with his first catch of the game. Goes for 15.
Yeah, but definitely spiked the ball.
And that stops it at 23 seconds.
That was a nice route. Good protection. Tom Brady kept looking down the middle. They do it so often. The receiver stops and changes his route. It was planned that way. That's why Gronkowski was wide open. So he can throw it in the middle of the field, plenty of time to go down and still spike it and get a field goal try.
Down the field he goes. Hernandez lays out for that one, incomplete.
Well, that is something you got to remember. when you play the Patriots, people are not expecting a shot down the field. We saw them do it against Chicago right before halftime once. Everybody's looking for this short pass to get in field goal range. Tom Brady fooled everybody, and he definitely had Hernandez wide open.
We were there in Chicago, same situation. He hit Branch for a touchdown.
Still time to throw it in the middle and spike it and kick the field goal.
Again, no timeouts. There's underneath ball, unable to handle it. It's probably headed toward about a 5-yard gain in the middle of the field. And that brings up now 4th down.
If he'd have caught it, it wouldn't have mattered. He would not have got the field goal team on in time to try a long field goal.
Zoltan Mesko. Crosby mishandles it. Picked up by Fletcher. Patriot ball with 3 seconds, and now they can bring out Gostowski. Another miscue in the second quarter by Denver.
Well, I thought it was a forward lateral too on the play, Jim. Cosby drops it.
Fletcher recovers. Was a forward lateral,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Kind of goes back to what we say all the time.
Why are you fielding it? Okay.
That's
hard to believe.
Hey, I know you don't like it when I ask you questions because you go, oh my gosh.
We can sing together too.
That's it. But we see it all the time, and it's the first time we've seen a fumble in this situation, but we've almost seen fumbles, and I just go, well, why are you fielding it? You think you're going to return it for a touchdown?
Yeah, what are you going to do with it once you field it? And the Patriots in the special teams category. That was a muff punt by Aaron Ross against the Giants. McKnight had one in the game at New York, and now Crosby. Mesko, a left-footed punter. Did you get that funny spin? He's the 5th different lefty punter in the Belichick time at New England. So Gostowski comes out.
That's why he likes a left-footed punter, because it's different.
Field goal from 34 is good. So Quan Cosby cost him 3 points. That was a 3-point mistake. 20 unanswered. Going to the locker room. And the last 13 coming off turnovers. New England 27, Denver 16. You're watching the NFL on CBS. The last 20 points to New England. And let's take a look at the Droid Razor play presented by Motorola. Mark Anderson stripping Tebow and then falling on it. One of 3 takeaways in the second quarter by the Patriots.
Why the Patriots, they give up so many yards, Jim, why they keep some of their numbers. They're 13th in the league in scoring defense. So that are 14th in the league in scoring defense. And one of the reasons why, turnovers, tough in the red zone too when you get close to scoring.
And Prater. Sends him out to the 20-yard line. All right, so a tale really here of 2 quarters. First one belonged to the Broncos and all New England in the second. What do you expect now?
Well, it was exciting in the first half, no doubt about that. The New England Patriots, they deferred on the kickoff. They won the coin toss for just this reason. They like to have it at the end of the first half, but they think, well, if our defense is not playing well, we'll let our offense catch us up, so they're getting a chance here in the second half. And also, New England's defense, I expect it to change a little, maybe with the fronts and the people they play here in the second half.
snap of the quarter. Brady gets leveled as he unloads it in time. And it's going to be a loss of about 4. Gronkowski with the catch. Brady took a hit there. He was 12 of 21 with 2 touchdown passes, one to Ocho Cinco, one to Hernandez, and he ran for another. Meanwhile, Tebow, 38 rushing yards, including a touchdown. Handle on the exchange, and they pile on him back at the 10-yard line. Von Miller drops him for a loss of 5.
Oh, it's a quick snap. Tom Brady definitely was not ready for the football. So it looks like it was his mistake.
This was the first play of the half. Doomerville was on him.
I'm sure, Jim, at halftime, Dennis Allen, defensive coordinator, said, we got to get pressure on Tom Brady. Not much of it in the first half.
We were talking about where's Doomerville, where's Miller, and they both put hits on Brady here the first 2 plays of the half. Flag is down, and they whistle the play dead as Edelman had made the
Before
catch.
the snap, delay, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Now, couldn't have a worse start here for the Patriots offense at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, and they've gone the last 4 games. First drive of the second half, right down the field for touchdowns.
Well, I think, too, you know, the Denver Broncos, they blitzed the first 3rd down situation in the game. They gave up the big pass to Aaron Hernandez, and they didn't come back really with any blitzes. You got to pressure Tom Brady, make him get rid of the football, and you got to put some pressure on your corners to cover.
That was the first flag on New England in the game. Brady floats over, connects with Welker at the 19, and another flag is down back at the goal line. DJ Williams on the tackle.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense number 91. Wow. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
After all of that, the Patriots will get another set of downs. That was 3rd and 24. It's called on Robert Ayers.
He's to the left of the screen against Matt Light. He has that hand. Oh, he has it on there for a long time. So it's not a questionable penalty. It's blatant. You got to know the downs and situations, Jim.
Got 3rd and 24, and the Patriots are able to keep it from the 11. That's Ridley out to the 15. So a first half where the Patriots had no giveaways, no sacks allowed, and no penalties. They begin things here in the 3rd with a couple of those going to the side and still pick up the first down. Second down, we'll call it 6. And that's out of reach for Ocho Cinco.
Well, the rhythm was not there. Substituted defense, only 3 down linemen that time for Denver. So they're playing pass, trying to get that extra defender so they can make it tougher to throw the football down the field.
Need to get to the 21 for a first. Woodhead wide to the left on 3rd and 6. Pocket seal, Brady completes it to Underwood for a first down at the 28. Tyquan Underwood picks up 13.
How about that? They know the ball is going to be snapped. Watch Brian Waters, left guard, taps the center Wendell. Time to do it, and what a throw by Tom Brady. Maybe the best of the game. Small target, just let it go, and he was right on the spot.
3rd catch of the season for Tyquan Underwood. Ridley, rookie from LSU, spinning away, and Ridley, stiff arm and more, out to the 50.
Well, you're going to get Logan Mankins, number 70. He's going to come around. Watch number 70 there. He comes around, seals it to the inside. Ridley cuts back inside. Solder occupied the defensive player just enough to let Ridley get on down the field.
He picks up 24. Look at the balance.
Yeah, he slipped. And that penalty let the Patriots get one more chance. Can Denver stop them now once they get that momentum going?
They've gone from their own 5 now into Denver territory. As Ridley takes a couple of big hits, picks up 3. Ran into the arms that time of a couple of Bronco linemen. Tebow and the Broncos 7 snaps for the Broncos offense since the first quarter. Second and 7. And that's incomplete. Welker tried to field it. Welker came into the week number 1 in the league in total catches by 20 over his next closest rival, Jimmy Graham of the Saints. 100 for Welker coming into the week, 80 for Graham. He's had an incredible span of catches over the 5 years with the Patriots. And third down, they've got Brady back at the 50. That's Quentin Carter who comes up from the safety position and gets the sack.
Well, it was good timing on the blitz this time. Here it comes from this side. You said it, Jim. And a good disguise. Nobody picks him up. The offensive linemen are double teaming down inside against Robert Ayers. And that's what blitzing's about. Space the defense, time the snap of the quarterback, then hit him.
That's Eddie Royal back deep. Cosby is able, there's a fair catch at the 11. Cosby gives up that return job after that fumble right before the half. 38-yard punt is what they wanted. Pins Denver back at the 11-yard line. First possession, second half coming up for the Broncos. All right, back here in Denver. Jim Nantz, Bill Sims, and Willis McGahee has come back. His first action since mid-first quarter. And he gets the carry. Looked like it might be a gain of 2. He's able to wiggle his way out for a gain of 5. And you can vote to send your favorite players to the 2012 Pro Bowl in Hawaii. Vote online or with your mobile device at NFL.com/Pro Bowl or text Pro Bowl to MyNFL. That's 69635. Balloting closes on Monday night. And the Broncos had that remarkable first quarter.
180, like that.
Over 218 yards, silent in the second. And that would be enough for a first down with McGahee. Picks up 6.
Well, it was a little bit of gamble by the Patriots defense. Watch the linebacker. That's Dane Fletcher. He goes flying in there, picks the wrong side. That's why McGahee had such a good running lane to the right. The Patriots, 4 defensive linemen are in the game, but they're playing it like a 3-4 defense. I'm just saying that because they want to make sure the Broncos don't get outside on some of these runs, which they did the first half.
McGahee, that did not look good. Shaking his head as he comes to the sideline.
180, like that.
Running a little gimpy. Play action. Tebow fires it. Got it. It's Thomas at the 38-yard line. Coverage by Arrington, but Thomas collects 16 yards and a first.
I'm really not sure what the original throw, where it was supposed to go, but it's a good job by Tim Tebow. Looks like he wants to go to the right and then bails on that quick. Nice throw, good setup, everything right on target to Thomas.
4th catch of the game for Demaryius Thomas, totaling 55 yards. by Kyle Love.
That's one of the few times today you've seen a defensive lineman for the Patriots played exactly like they draw it up. In other words, engage, watch Love right in the middle against, that's why he gets in there, gets the tackle. He takes Zane Beadles, the left guard, and just pushes him out of the way and makes the tackle. But go with them, and then when you see the runner cut back, shed the blocker, make the tackle.
580, like that.
Take the ball. Rolling out and running with it, Tebow. Pushed out by Tracy White.
Well,
about a yard shy of a first, Phil.
Tracy White, Dane Fletcher, the backers that he said, well, these guys are two linebackers that can run Tim Tebow down, and Tracy White does, but it's not after he gets a yard from the first down. Nobody open down the field. But at that pocket, here's what happens when you're playing against Tim Tebow. You cover the first receiver. When you watch him, even that last play, his next look is going to be at the pass rush, and then he's going to run.
He's got 3rd and 1. Hands it off. And Ihedibo. And the ball is out again. And looks like on the field they rule him right down near the first down marker. And don't recognize the loose ball.
Well, I think forward momentum had stopped Jim, so that's why the play was ruled there would be no fumble.
So that was Ball picking up the first.
But that's what makes it so hard talking about Tim Tebow, to sack him, and no matter how disciplined you are as a pass rusher, if that first receiver's not open, he's just going to stay back there and look at you, and whatever move you make, well, of course, he's going to go the other way.
Takes the toss, takes it up the middle. And Tebow sandwiched between a couple of defenders. There's a gain of 2. Gerard Warren has hold of him.
We talked to John Fox, and he just says, some of the things he told us. You know, the NFL, everybody runs the same running plays. That's what excites him about this offense. We have a lot of different, because we have all the NFL running plays, but now we have all these other ones with Tim Tebow.
Yeah, what he and Mike McCoy, the offensive coordinator, have done, though, to change the whole philosophy to accommodate Tebow and win all these games, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, they did it over. It's slowly, not all at first.
2nd and 8, McGahee, they fake to him. He comes back into the game. Tebow in trouble. Gets rid of it. Throws it away.
Look, too, you see this seam scrambling. And as Bill Belichick said, what makes it so hard, too, when you were dealing with a Wildcat quarterback, not a big deal. When they came in the game, we knew what it was going to be. Now with Tim Tebow, it could be every single snap. You don't know when it's coming.
That was Anderson trying to get to him again.
Yeah, it was a good job of shedding that. Good job of throwing it away.
Makes it 3rd and 8. Drive with the can at the 11. And they sustain it. Tebow. And turns around right into a sack at the 40. Right into Mark Anderson.
Well, nobody opened down the field, that's for sure. I'm looking everywhere. And Tim Tebow, look at this again, dancing in the pocket. And a good job by Mark Anderson kind of staying his ground and not overcommitting where he can get away. But there's nobody open. Well, that's excellent coverage by the Patriots.
Edelman is back to field the punt inside the 10. Colquitt launched a 60-yarder in that first half, and it's going to be 5-yard mark off against the Broncos.
Still 4.
Well, he can back him up now. He can really just hit it and then have to worry about kicking it into the end zone. When you watch the punters out here warming up, you could average 65 yards a punt.
Britton Colquitt's brother Dustin, punter at Kansas City. What a win by the Chiefs today, and Romeo Crennel. And Kyle Orton, who began the season as the Broncos quarterback.
Well, he played well.
Ellis. 50-yard punt. Patriots will come out 15-yard line, leading by 11.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. The new film Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol in theaters everywhere December 21st, rated PG-13. And by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
The skiers are out up in the mountains, nearby Steamboat Springs. Up in Vail and all other parts. First and 10 as Brady, with a flag down, finds Green Ellis. And he is twisted down by Moore after 21.
Holding. Defense number 25 is declined. First down.
Well, what happened that time, Jim, is they were playing man-to-man coverage, trying to put a little pressure on Tom Brady, and nobody accounts for the running back coming out of the backfield. Good job by Tom Brady seeing the fact that Green Ellis was not covered.
So the 21-yard pass play stands. First down at the 36. Ben Jarvis. He's got 7. Again, a win by the Patriots or a Jets loss, and the Jets are down big to Philadelphia. Clinches the AFC East for New England. Came in with the same record into the weekend with Baltimore and Houston. Houston falling flat today to the Carolina Panthers and losing for their 4th time. On second down and 3, Green Ellis runs into his own man, ran into Wendell. Picks up 2. It's going to be interesting sorting out here the last couple of weeks. That first round bye and that overall number 1 seed in the conference. Baltimore with a big one tonight at San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, Jim, you know, we're seeing it in the NFL. How about the Green Bay Packers? Did you ever think they would lose to Kansas City? So hard to predict 3 weeks down the road, and we can't even figure out who's going to win the games this week.
3rd and 1. Green Ellis shows some patience, and that little exercise allowed him to find that seam he needed. Picks up 7. By the way, Christmas Day, the NFL Holiday Spectacular, and the magic of NFL Films puts you in the spirit with the all-time most memorable holiday moments. Plus, experience the historical journey of African Americans in pro football on 3rd and Long on Christmas Day.
You know, that last 3rd and short, Tom Brady quarterback sneak checked out of it and went outside because the defense was playing for that sneak.
Welker has his hands on it, and Welker got tangled up a little bit with Ocho Cinco. He's got a first down inside the 40.
Well, there's a lot of ways they do this. This could be a run, but Tom Brady sees outside it's 2-on-2. So Ocho Cinco gets a good block, and you leave Wes Welker one-on-one with the tackler. Hard to bring him down right away in the open field.
Quickly to the line. Underneath again. Hernandez might be a flag here for a face mask. It looked like Ryan McBean reached in there.
There's no doubt about that.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 98. From the end of the run, 15 yards. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Well, they got the defense real a little, Jim. It's an easy zone defense. What did we say early? Dennis Allen, defensive coordinator, said you just can't sit back and watch Tom Brady. When they do, he's hitting that pass almost every single time. You see also, too, the face mask penalty. Right now, the Patriots, they got the Denver defense guessing.
Yep. And on their heels. And first down at the 14. Gronkowski, the catch at the 10 and pushed back by Moore. Good for 4 yards.
And you know, too, we said it early in the game, you struggle early. Sometimes the Patriots do pass protection. Think about the second half, how it started. But the offensive line, they're so used to Tom Brady throwing a lot of passes a game. they find their rhythm every time and start blocking it.
2nd and 6, Woodhead. Woodhead takes off, and he's in for the touchdown. Running behind Logan Mankins and Ryan Wendell.
Well, you said it right. Tom Brady under center, spread offense, running back behind him, and good job of blocking up front. But really the whole key there is the Denver defense, nobody ready for the draw play.
10-yard touchdown run by Woodhead. His first touchdown of the season. And it completes an 85-yard drive.
That is good. 39 seconds.
4 touchdowns today by the Patriots by 4 different players. What a block by Mankins. And now the lead is up to 18. Danny Woodhead scores the touchdown, and now he'll be out here on kick coverage team for the Patriots. Jim Nance, Phil Simms, Lance Barrow producing, Mike Arnold directing here in the Mile High City. 27 unanswered points by the Patriots. And a muff and another very, very shaky moment by Quan Cosby.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart. And by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Back here for the final seconds of the third quarter. And McGahee, look at him drive it out for about 9.5 yards with a flag down.
Holding, offense number 74. Half the distance for goal, still first down.
You know, we're talking about all those teams, New England and Baltimore. Houston setting back, stepping back one today with a loss. Not to overlook the Pittsburgh Steelers, who of course don't have the tiebreaker because they head-to-head with Baltimore, but have a crucial game with San Francisco tomorrow. They're the Steelers at 10-3. 16 seconds to go in the quarter. Pittsburgh, by the way, guaranteed a playoff berth today by virtue of the Tennessee loss, and that is ball being bounced back. And that'll close out quarter number 3. We'll return to Denver after this message and a word from your local station, and you're watching the NFL on CBS. We're back. We start the fourth quarter. And you know what the fourth quarter has been like for Denver all season long under the direction of this young man. But this is a rather sizable deficit. 18.
Well, let's see how New England's defense plays it, Jim. Will they just sit back and let them march down the field trying to work the clock? I don't think so. Looks like they're going to be pretty aggressive.
2nd and 14 from the end zone. The air fumble, and Tebow picks it up and throws it incomplete. That looked like it was going to be a sack and a safety on a couple of occasions. Dedrick got to him first, and they escape without surrendering 2.
Yeah, and then some of the New England Patriots, Dedrick, nice job. Knocks the football out. Can't throw Tim Tebow down, but he keeps hustling and does not step out of bounds.
I thought he was going to pick it up and just step out and go ahead and say, hey, let's just get out of this play. New England has not put up a safety in 92 games, and they almost had one there. 3rd and 14. And Tebow stopped about 4 yards shy of a first by Gerard Mayo.
Well, that was a very safe call by the Broncos, but really, that's about all you can do in a situation like that. They've managed the games like this in this 7-1 streak with Tim Tebow. Today, they're just making the errors, Jim, that has put them in this situation. The fumbles and penalties.
And second quarter was a disaster for Denver. And that 16-7 lead just a minute into it. and then coughed it up 3 times in that quarter alone. Colquitt. It's a boom into the 32. And Edelman gets tripped up by Willis. A 55-yard punt, 9-yard return. Ball back to New England. Well, here at the start, Tebow took his team down the field on the opening series, scored the touchdown. But it's been Brady and the Patriots for the last 2 quarters. And he's still throwing as he's got Green Ellis out of the backfield for 11.
Well, that's what they're going to do. They think, you know, most teams come out worried about the clock. Let's take some time off. Well, the Patriots look at it this way. The strength of the football team, of course, is their offense. Keep being aggressive and take advantage of it on the fact that the defense is expecting run.
On first down, Green Ellis for no gain. Leslie Woodyard credited with that hit.
Well, I think so far today, Jim, when you just look at it, you say, well, the Patriots, they've been very poised under pressure. You have to give their offensive line a tremendous amount of credit. On the road against 2 pass rushers, Tom Brady has been sacked 1 time.
After him now, oh, what a hit! It was Tuberville who decked him, actually lifted him off the ground, and that's the 2nd sack of the game.
It's a blitz from the top of the screen. The Patriots get confused, and Tom Brady takes. That is a huge hit, and it's a good job by Elvis Dumervil. You can see his face goes in there first, not the crown of the helmet.
Dumervil, who led the league in sacks in 09, was out all of last year with injury. 3rd and 16. Edelman, well short of a first. So they'll be punting it back to the Broncos inside of 12 minutes.
Well, Tom Brady took his best, and he's walking off the field. Sometimes you get hit so hard, it's so flush, they don't hurt.
I think that was the occasion right there. Mesko, who's never had in his 2 years a punt return on him longer than 26 yards. But Eddie Royal is an excellent returner, fielding it at the 8. And he's going nowhere, because Matthew Slater ends it at the 11-yard line after a 41-yard punt. Dumervil gets to the quarterback, and the Broncos offense gets the football back. We're talking during the break here, Phil, about total yards by the Broncos since the opening quarter.
Yeah, look at that. Some of the turnovers by themselves. That, of course, the Patriots forced them. That is hurt.
Only 71 yards since the opening quarter. Pick up about 7 right here on the throw to Thomas. Last week, Warren Sapp made amends with guest Hines Ward. That had to be something. And Tim Tebow was mic'd up for that Chicago game. You got to hear all that late game magic on Inside the NFL. And, of course, coming your way again Wednesday on Showtime. 2nd down and 3. Waiting, and completes it to Thomas. That was Arrington trying to jump the throw.
It was, and Tim Tebow saw him and put just enough elevation on the football to get it over the top. It's 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He finally doesn't like what he sees on one side and makes a perfect throw to the sideline to Thomas. Well, look at the eyes, turns behind the football, Jim. And look at how high his throwing arm is, and he comes through it. That's a little long taking it back, but still very good technique.
Got a first down at the 33. Fakes into the line and throws it over the head that time of Demaryius Thomas, who's been on the receiving end of 6 Tebow throws today for 77 yards, but not that time. Talking to Tebow about all this fourth quarter magic this year, and he was saying it's at this point when you get to the fourth quarter, it's the will, not the skill. Similar to, in phraseology, to a book written by the legendary NFL retired referee Jim Tunney. As this time Tebow has no chance. It's Mark Anderson, and he has seen plenty of Anderson in this game. Anderson getting, in fact, increased snaps because Carter went out with the injury early.
It's the blitz, and that blitz, it's a nice game. They free up Mark Anderson to come from all the way the outside to the inside, and we talked about it, Jim. He's got enough speed, athletic ability to make it happen from that position, and that was really well done by the defensive lineman of the Patriots.
He's got 2 sacks, Anderson, plus a forced fumble and a recovery. 3rd and 18. Got the protection. Going for the big ball. Thomas is there and makes the catch at the 37. How about that throw?
It was a beautiful throw, and the protection is great. It's a 3-man rush. The Patriots, well, they're in a defense that's just going to open up the sidelines. Devin McCourty's going, where's my help? Well, the guy on the inside, Eric Decker's going down the field. That takes care of the safety. Somebody's got to run with Thomas.
Puts Thomas over 100 yards. That was on the 3rd and 18. Just dumps it over the top of the ball. Ball inside the 20. Ball at the 10. Ball galloping at the 5 and down at the 2. After a 39-yard play to Thomas, this is good for 35 to Ball.
This is what we started today with. When he gets outside the pocket, do not come forward, because when you come forward from the outside, look what happens. Leaves Ball wide open.
Got an injury timeout with the Patriots.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Fidelity Investments. Turn here. Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossover. And by Sprint. All football, no limits. Only from Sprint.
Aerial coverage of this game provided by MetLife. 1st and goal to go.
Got to play quarterback run first in this situation if you're a defensive lineman.
Tebow still driving, touchdown. The 2nd of the day.
It's so hard to stop this. On the outside, Eric Decker gets a little block on Nikovic. But Tim Tebow strong. We've talked about it. Can run like a fullback between the tackles and the offensive line. Zane Beadles comes around. Pretty good block by the tight end, Virgil Green. Power your way into the end zone.
And down 12, they'll go for 1 here. That's an 89-yard drive. 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Included a conversion on a 3rd and 18. Holiday greetings to everybody from Denver. As the Broncos offense comes to life for the first time since the first quarter. Back deep. In fact, he was not deep at all. He was up at the 10-yard line, and that sails through the back of the end zone. So Brady and the Patriots come to the 20.
Well, Edelman was trying to protect in case they kicked the short one over the top of that front line on the return.
For those of you expecting to see 60 minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS. Patriots and Broncos. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms. New England leads at 34-23. 60 minutes will be seen after the game except on the West Coast where it'll be seen at its regular time.
It's a big play for the Patriots. When you have drives like this, away, you're in this stadium, that crowd, you need to get it started.
It's Ridley on the toss for 4.
Jim, let's go back. Here's Demaryius Thomas on the outside coming down the field. Eric Decker makes the safety stay inside, and it allows Tim Tebow to throw it deep down the field on the sideline. Caught the defense. So excellent throw by Tim Tebow. Gave him a chance to score that touchdown and get this crowd back in the game.
And I'll tell you, Doomerville's hit on Brady also got this crowd stirred on the last series. That's going to be good for a first down and plenty more. Gronkowski makes the nifty move to the sideline and is finally ridden down at the 36-yard line.
Well, we started the game. You talk about it. Communication. It's a blitz by the Denver defense. Nobody is covering Gronkowski. That's a couple times we've seen that today.
And Champ Bailey frustrated with that one. He was one of the defenders, and Gronkowski got away from him and others. Picks up 38.
Boy, he's pretty nimble for a big, tall, about 6'5", 6'6". He's what surprised everybody, how he could run with the football after the catch.
He's nimble and you can't bring him down. It's Ridley. And that's Harris making the tackle.
And more importantly, not the yard, everything, Jim, it's the clock. Denver needs 2 possessions.
Seven minutes to go. They're not huddling here.
Yeah, Tom Brady's going to, hey, this makes it easy on them. He wants the defense to declare what they're going to do. He has his eye on the play clock. He's going to let it get down there. Should snap it around 5 seconds.
Brady's hit his last 7 passes. Make it 8. Hernandez slashing to the sideline and then backed up and out of bounds at the 19.
I will admit, though, Jim, when you watch this Patriots offense, Hernandez to your right, how about that little stutter move? That's what's so tough. And you got DJ Williams. He has no chance of running with Aaron Hernandez. Most defensive backs couldn't cover him in a situation like that.
Hernandez over 100 on the game with 8 catches and a touchdown. A career high in yardage. Woodhead. And he scoots for about 6, maybe 7. Aaron Hernandez has had quite a game today, Phil.
Well, he has. They focused on Gronkowski. Who's going to cover Aaron Hernandez? We saw that little shifting that the Patriots, the best in the NFL. They have so many guys that do those little shake routes, double moves inside. Tom Brady, an excellent short ball thrower, too.
On 2nd and 4. Brady, pump fake, now rolling with it. Flag down. Hernandez, the safety valve, at the 7.
Holding, offense number 62. 10-yard penalty, it's just 2nd down.
Ryan Wendell, flag for that one.
Number 62 sent it right in the middle of the field. Oh, yeah, he had a hold of that jersey. Oh, John Fox, pretty sarcastic there.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, he's been feuding all day long with some of these calls. That was a yeah, baby, that time. 2nd down and 14. Hernandez again, wide open. Middle of the field, inside the 10. 5, down to the 1.
Unbelievable. Pressure situation, a little chaotic, and Denver is just making another mistake. Nobody, again, on the coverage. So they send him underneath. And the move that he gets by here at the end, how about that? Raheem Moore, no chance. Open field, tackling. Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator for the Broncos, said that is the toughest thing about this game. They're going to catch it, but can we tackle them before they get the extra yards?
And Hernandez now with a career high in catches. Already had the yardage career mark. And Brady not going anywhere with that one for the flag.
12 men on defense. Half the distance to goal, still first down.
You know, every time I got ready to say something, Jim, about the Patriots, they were leaving too much time on the clock. They'd snap it. Let's count them. 3, 6, 9, 12. That's very good. You can see everybody, all the officials saw it, threw their flags.
Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator.
Well, the Patriots going with the strength. They go out and try to win the game. They weren't trying to preserve the lead.
First and goal to go. And Brady again. With no gain.
I think I'd actually think of calling a timeout here if I was John Fox.
And there's the timeout called by the Broncos. Right on cue. With 4:24 to play, Brady and the Patriots driving right down the field again, a yard out.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, with 5 times the selection of ordinary jewelry stores. And by BP.
Coming out of a Denver timeout, first of the half. The Patriots have had the football for over 4 minutes and trying to put away the Broncos right here.
Denver's got to play run all the way, be aggressive, gamble.
Brady straight ahead. And they signal shift. Got somebody at the bottom of the pile. There's some concern with.
Looks like it's
Timeout. Denver, their second. A 30-second timeout.
Tom Brady on the sneak.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, you know, my first thought when we saw it live, Jim, I said, well, he got underneath there and scored. But the officials, nobody could see the football.
It is, in fact, Broderick Bunkley. He's getting some medical attention. While we have a moment, let's go back to New York for an update.
Hey, Jim, it's tight in Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland trying to hold on to a lead here. You're going to see Matthew Stafford, his 3rd touchdown of the day. This one to Titus Young. Oakland holding on, 27-21. Detroit's got the ball. They're trying to maybe gain tie with first place with Denver.
1:33 left in regulation. Jim Nance, Phil Simms.
All right, of course, the Broncos do own the tiebreaker over the Raiders, but Matthew Stafford trying to drive the Lions down the field. Just outside of a minute to go in that one. Stafford's already thrown for 3 touchdowns today. Good to see Bunkley walking to the sideline. 3rd and just inches to go. 3rd and goal.
Well, you know, Jim, you look at this, I think Tom Brady probably sneaks it again. If you're going to run it, you think they might have to go outside because this defense, they're playing for the inside run.
Going to hand it off. They got the touchdown with Green Ellis.
And that's where you go. You go off tackle. And Tom Brady, I'll tell you, just little things that go unnoticed. He quick snaps them. And look at the blocks. How about that on the left side? Mankins, again, I've said his name a lot today. Seals it. All the little things this offense does. How important they are in today's game because it's so hard to get that extra yard for the 1st downs or 4th downs.
And it's 41-23 off the Gostowski extra point. Robert Kraft and his son Jonathan, they're heading to the locker room to greet the team. Mr. Kraft, the head of the NFL Broadcasting Committee of the new deals inked this week with CBS and Fox and NBC. And we're so happy to see a 9-year extension.
Well, of course, we are. Pat Bowlen, he's part of that TV committee, too. And
fine owner of the Denver Broncos. Right there with his chief operating officer, Joe Ellis, by his side. Those two so instrumental in getting this long-term agreement. You look at the labor deal he got ironed out.
Right.
TV deal now. And
so we can just talk about football for quite a while. That's pretty neat, huh? But, you know, the New England's offense, how good have they been today? You know, under pressure, that drive, those are tough drives when you're trying to stop the momentum of the other team. And the good drive starter, the pitch outside, got 5 yards. And really, the blown coverages again by the Denver Broncos, Jim.
A 9-play, 80-yard drive, and the 5th different touchdown maker of the day on the New England side.
The Broncos 7-1 in the last 8 games. The other team has made the mistakes today. They did. Penalties, fumbles.
Well, Matthew Willis has come in for Cosby, who mishandled the one before the half, mishandled the last kickoff that he touched here in the second half. He won't get a chance to do anything with it. Some of the early headlines today, and there were some big ones. Kansas City, that's Jackie Battle scoring a touchdown out of the University of Houston. Aaron Rodgers scratching his head if they suffer the first loss. Colts get the first win of the year. Big blow to the Titans. Postseason hopes. And the Redskins roll over the Giants. What happened with the New York teams today? The Giants flat against Washington and the Jets getting mauled by Philadelphia. And they'll meet next week, the Jets and Giants. There's the pass play. Out to Willis for 15. Seeing all those luminaries a moment ago. Commissioner Goodell was also here at the game today.
Yeah, we got a chance to see him at halftime.
Underneath. And that's ball for about 8 with a flag down.
Before the pass, holding defense number 75.
Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes and Meryl Streep, followed by the Survivor finale and the live reunion show tonight on CBS.
Well, a couple things we found out here today are, one, New England's offense, I thought facing a hot defense, one that could give them problems. Definitely wrong there.
Tebow in trouble. Spins out of it. Taken off inside the 40. And all the way to the New England 29. That's a 30-yard run.
Well, it's a great spin out. This is what he's good at. And he sees it the whole way. I've seen him do it about 5 times so far this year. Out of the corner of his eye, he's watching that rush, able to spin out of the way.
Looking for an open target. Just throws it away.
Yeah, the Patriots learned.
Gerard Warren was about to meet up with him. Next week, regional action on Christmas Eve Day. Denver at Buffalo to most of the nation. We'll be up there for that one. The Broncos and the Bills, plus other regional action, including San Diego at Detroit for some of you late. All getting started with the NFL today, presented by Southwest Airlines. Next Saturday, I should say.
Next Saturday. You know, even though Denver's probably going to lose this game, I think Tim Tebow's answered a lot of questions. Given the opportunity, he's thrown the football very well.
No chance to throw the football this time as the Patriots register a sack back at the 39. Mayo and Warren combined.
Just watch the Patriots defense this time. 5 guys. That is perfect unity. Nobody really, 4 guys not getting behind the quarterback. You're in front of him, and there's nowhere for him to run.
A loss of 7. 2.5 to play. Saw the trouble, ran away from it, fires it down the field, and incomplete. Over the head of Eddie Royal. What about the Lions and the Raiders? JB, take it away.
A 98-yard drive by the Lions.
14 unanswered reports. The Detroit Lions, Matthew Stafford, 4th touchdown pass of the day. This one to Calvin Johnson. They take the lead 28-27 with 39 seconds to go.
Big day by Stafford and Megatron. Back to Jim and Phil.
Wow, JB said it. 98 yards they drive at the end of the game. And the Raiders have about a half a minute to play with there. Timeout called by New England. Meanwhile, the Broncos, we told you, will be at Buffalo next week. And then they'll come back home on New Year's Day and host Kansas City. The Chiefs, by the way, are not mathematically eliminated from the postseason. So, a look at the AFC playoff picture. Again, you got Baltimore tonight, tough assignment against the San Diego team that's won 2 straight. And Pittsburgh at 10-3. We'll be watching that game with great interest as we await to see what Ben Roethlisberger will be capable of doing. And a 4th down play coming up. Away from Ninkovich. He's some 30 yards from the line of scrimmage. This is going to be a monster sack. It's going to be like Lilly against Greasy in Super Bowl V. I believe that was 29 yards. What do we got? 29 yards.
29
yards.
Good memory, good spacing again. Tim Tebow sees Ninkovich out the corner of his eye, spins, but the defense is ready this time. How about Moore chasing him all the way down the field? Ninkovich coming back and getting the sack.
And Green Ellis. Excellent balance. There's a flag down. Pulled the Lilly Greasy thing a little bit. He looked at me like, where'd that come from? Might have been Super Bowl VI. You remember the play, though?
Yes, I do. I do.
Ever happened to you?
Lose that much yards?
Did you ever backtrack that far?
I couldn't run fast enough to lose 29 yards.
So, as we approach the 2-minute warning, you said Tebow today showed you a lot, huh?
Well, I think he answered a lot of questions to a lot of people. You know, even our pregame show was talking about it before the game. Can he throw it well enough to keep leading his team, for him to be a little more wide open when they get in games like this? I think he proved a big point, yes. Give him the opportunities, he can throw it well enough.
That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. New England needed a win or a Jets loss. They're going to get both. They're going to be the AFC East champions. In final 2 minutes here in Denver, as the Patriots going to win their division for the 9th time in the last 11 years. And Ridley races down to about the 35-yard line. It's been an interesting year for the Patriots in this regard. You know, with all that the Packers were doing, and of course the Tebow story here the last month and a half. Is it possible to say that this team is going to go to 11-3, and it's been a little under the radar? You know, they keep cranking out these years like this, and people have come to expect it.
Well, that's right. You know, it's not a new story. So we want to follow the other stories. And that, of course, the Green Bay Packers, defending Super Bowl champions, Aaron Rodgers playing great. And no question, the biggest story of the year has been Tim Tebow and what they've done out here in Denver. And you know, Jim, just the fact that they lost this way today, You know, it's kind of like when we saw the Denver Broncos play early in the year. Hard to judge a lot of things because we saw them lose to the Green Bay Packers. Well, how many offenses out there can go up and down the field and score like this New England Patriots team has done today? Not many.
And Ridley down to the 27. Let's send it back to James Brown one more time.
A 65-yard game-winning attempt by Sebastian Janikowski.
Dominican Suh gets through, blocks it. Last play, and the Detroit Lions, 28-27, 9 wins, and Oakland Raiders fail to take advantage of an opportunity today.
That Oakland loss puts Baltimore in the postseason. Back to Jim and Phil.
Wow. Okay, so Suh makes the big play. You know Janikowski had the leg to do it. Would have been the all-time record, but we were sitting here speculating, just tracking the game as Ridley runs into traffic and gives back a yard. And remember, if the Broncos win their last 2 games, they would still win the division. Again, that's at Buffalo, home against Kansas City. If New England finishes 13-3 and Baltimore wins out at 13-3, Baltimore, by virtue of several, tiebreakers down the line, would be the #1 seed. It would be based on common opponents. To go way down the line.
Yeah.
They both were 13-3. They would be the 1. New England would be the 2.
Well, like you said, so many things to still be decided. I guess the Pittsburgh Steelers sitting back tonight, going to watch the Baltimore Ravens. See if they still have hope of winning their division.
Tebow and Bill Belichick go back to Tebow's freshman year at Florida. A lot of respect for the coach for this kid. And he said you could never throw too much at him. And he could go through breaking down film and everything else. And a lot of people thought maybe New England might be the team that would draft him. But Josh McDaniels took him with the 25th pick in the first round. 2 picks ahead of the Patriots.
Yeah.
He took McCourty.
I don't think the Patriots would have taken him, Jim.
I don't think so either.
They have Tom Brady.
Yep.
So you're going to draft in the first round when you got Tom Brady, another quarterback?
It was a surprise that he went in the first round, as you recall. A lot of people thought Mike slipped to the 2nd or 3rd round. And Tebow's pass incomplete. Belichick, with ties to Denver, he was an assistant here back in 1978. Special teams assistant and on the defensive staff for Joe Collier, who was the coordinator. Loved his times back in the Orange Crush days. He knew what it was like when this city gets ramped up, and I mean, it really is one of the great football cities in America.
No doubt about it. I think the Patriots had great respect for the football team they're playing against today, and you said it. As Bill Belichick says, when you come on the field here, you know it's special. The crowd, everything about it, and they were worried, and they fought through some very tough moments today with their defense, that's for sure.
Escapes and now steps out of bounds after a gain of 5. If the Broncos do win those last 2 games to win the division, they would be, in all likelihood, hosting a game, you would think, against either Pittsburgh or Baltimore, a team that does not win that AFC North. Is it going to be the 4?
That's what it sounds like. Listen,
be a 4-5 matchup. That second place finisher in the AFC North is going to be the 5. Things wide open for the 6. Tebow throws it over the head of Willis. And that'll be back to the Patriots for a kneel down and a game ender.
Of course, Jim, seeing the Raiders lose today, that helps the Denver Broncos. They hold most of the tiebreakers against the San Diego Chargers. Like I said, I think it's a pretty good football team. If they make it to the playoffs, it's the offense is different. They could be a tough out once the playoffs start.
Coach Belichick, knowing he's got the division in hand, and
Like I said, there's only a couple offenses that can really exploit this Denver defense.
Tom Brady has not had the best of experiences here in Denver. His first career postseason loss, in fact, was here against the Broncos, and his first 4-pick game was. But he's got a victory here today. I'd like to welcome some of the audience just coming in here for the final seconds. Tebow and the Broncos were energized early today.
They were. The running game was spectacular in the first quarter.
They looked in the first quarter like what they've been doing in the fourth quarter in recent weeks.
But you got to give the Patriots a lot of credit, Jim. Their defense adjusted. They stopped the big runs. See Tebow meeting Tom Brady for the first time.
It's the first time those two have ever met. The final score is New England 41 and Denver 23. Patriots outscore the Broncos 34-7 the final 39 minutes. Coming up next, 60 minutes, followed by the season finale of Survivor and the live reunion show. For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nantz saying so long from Denver. You've been watching the